Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of The Assist. I'm your host, Noah Harrington. To my right, we have Jay, our Houston sports expert, and to his right, we have Coach G. And fellas, how are you?
Feeling good in here today, boy.
Excelente.
We got some good today.
We had some great games over, the Monday, Tuesday little break that we had.
Man, that was excellent games.
Yeah.
Excellent games. I'm ready to talk about them, honestly.
But no, we need to save the games. We got to get to this most recent news, the spiciness.
What's that?
Can I throw a little spiciness in there? Just off track.
Oh, yeah.
What do y'all really feel about the Super Bowl halftime show? Given that you've seen the flack, because I know you've seen the flack.
True.
Know you've seen the backlash. And so we'll just start there. What do you think about it? What did you have a problem with the show?
You want to go first or you want me to go first?
I had no problem with the show. All I have to say. I think the outrage behind it is... all I had to say. I think the outrage behind it is...
As he goes on.
It's just okay, I get the part where if you didn't like it, like the choreography, song maybe wasn't your favorite song, she sang this, that, and the third, her voice cracked, maybe the production, something along that lines, but to not like it for it being this certain person, like, people didn't like it because it was some women, Latino women. That's just
a lot of people attacked it because A, it was Latino women, B, that it was skin shown, and you could flip them because both of those are probably the hottest
button issues.
Issues that are staring people down.
Nitpicked.
Exactly.
Put on a great performance, somebody's gonna find something wrong.
Well, what I will say is,
let me hear your point. I believe we discussed it a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to say this. As a man, I like the show. As a man, I love the show.
I mean, Shakira and J-Lo, two beautiful women.
I felt like I was like at
that's just universal law.
What is it called? I felt like I was at
Candyland.
Blue Magic.
There you go.
And J-Lo coming down the pole. And it's J-Lo coming down the pole. I mean,
this is universal law.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, as a man, I love the show. However, I felt like the part with the kids was kind of like I ain't gonna say going too far, but at the same time, like, J-Lo, you sliding out here and your cat is almost falling out of that little bitty slit that's there. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's the only thing I was like, I don't know. Like, and she had a couple of times where she like open them legs and slid down, like, you know what I mean? Like, and all you see is like
very sultry performance.
I feel like it was real close to being another Janet Jackson moment, but with the bottom area, not the top area.
I understand
I say that,
but I hate to say bring so much attention to the bottom area. For the most part, it was covered. The back end, the full outfit was covered. Nothing was ever exposed. It's just nude colored tights with the sequins, the glitter, the pieces that make the whole outfit put together. Okay, completely understand that. So as far as what you're saying, a nip slip, but from down below,
a lip slip,
a lip slip, it wasn't really necessarily gonna possibly happen, even though. From the camera angle, from the where we're from, especially being on TV, looking at it, the mind wanders. You see nude colored tights on, looks just like her skin.
You're not there. It's
you're not there. It
cameras.
Okay, I get it. It's very risque. Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's no doubt about it being risque. It's the part of the backlash of it. Is that?
And I believe for the fact that they were able to accomplish the risque part of it by having a full body uniform. But it was just designed the way it was designed. I mean, if you watch the Super Bowl halftime show, you know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Here is a good point, though. The Super Bowl halftime show is a all-age event.
Good point. Glad you said that.
I think that is why a lot of the backlash came.
And that's what I was going to say.
This is where people have fallen short. If you do your homework, everything that they did was in celebratory of a ritual. And rituals definitely involve the kids. The dances, the line dances that you saw, every aspect of that was, if you take the man vision out of it, like as a man, like you said, as a man, I love the show and I know exactly what you mean. No puns intended. If you look at the work that was done, if you go back and I can quote it on another show, give me time, I'll pull up every fact that I know behind their performance. But their performance was a ritual. It was like 7 different rituals performed all at one time. Now the pole dancing, that wasn't necessarily one. That would probably be the one thing that you can get away with saying that takes you into a different realm.
And the ISO shot of them two twerking.
And honestly, when the pole came out,
part of dancing. That's part of their dancing.
But
that's part of their dancing.
But
I mean, it's
along
Shakira.
those
Hips
same
don't lie.
lines.
You know what I mean?
It's part of the ritual dance, and I have to stick with that because
with the stripper pole
dancing, there are shakes, there twirls, jumps, and all sorts of things.
I have yet to see where
you need
two women are isolated. Camera one, cut to those butts.
I mean, you see it all the time.
Beyonce,
exactly. You see it. It's Shakira and J-Lo, so of course that shot's gonna be there. I get the picture. I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
I see that more along those lines too, along with the stripper pole.
I don't know. I don't see that. I don't see that because twerking is everywhere. You see it every day.
But that doesn't mean that it's suitable for all ages.
You shake your hips.
I'm just saying that does not make it suitable for our ages. At a halftime show, that can be looked at as something that is risque.
I don't think that was
two women twerking.
But
can
what I
be
will
looked
say,
at as risque.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that they were hands on the knees, drop down.
I don't see that because growing up in a
twerking.
black household, I didn't see my mom and my sister and them all doing the same thing they was doing on stage. So
exactly.
I can't agree with that.
That's I'm with you.
What I will say, the stripper pole part, when I seen J-Lo coming down that pole, I feel like I was at a strip club watching like Cardi B perform. If you ever seen a performance at a strip club, it's similar to that.
It is very similar.
Very
to that.
similar
I
to
know
that.
Exactly what you're
no clothes, about. Almost. You coming down the pole slide. You know what I mean? Like that was like a strip club.
That's how you get it started. You get it riled up. Like, oh, okay, we got a line went up on the pole.
Exactly.
Let's go check it out.
You know what I'm saying? So now that's the only thing that I could say. Like, you know, that pole maybe shouldn't have been added to it, but I could see why she did it because they trying to make pole dancing normal, I guess. They trying to make it like a sport,
it is an art.
Sport or something now.
You know? Not necessarily a sport. It's an
like
art.
Twerking.
It's an art. It's a form, and a lot of people are using pole dancing as a form of exercise now. There's a lot of classes that are not only doing belly dancing, they're doing pole dancing. They're doing risque dancing with chairs.
Yeah,
that are all forms of exercise. But you talking about twerking, you can go to, I can't find one Zumba class where they're not sitting up there telling you to shake your ass.
Right. That's a fact.
And that's not twerking. That's fact. Just Zumba working out.
Also, one thing I did think was kind of like strange about it was like, I didn't feel like they picked people that was appealing to everybody. Okay. Now that's my part B. Let me add to this and I'll let you go from there. The first part was the whole uniform ensemble, the choreography and everything. The second part, understand that Miami is called Latino city, Latin city. Yeah, I know. We got Flow Ride, all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you mean.
So you're hosting the Super Bowl in Miami. You have San Francisco 49ers. Cali is what I'm gonna say. I know it was part of Mexico, therefore at one point. So the percentages have to be pretty high as far as Hispanic population coming from Cali, and that's one of the teams that's playing. Having said that, I definitely have no problem addressing the Latina culture during the halftime show because majority of the money
think nobody
came
had
from
a problem
there.
with that. I think the people who had a problem are dumb and just had a problem with the people being Latino.
Yeah, yes. Hard, yes, with that. But yes, people did have a problem with it being. I've seen
and
a
those
lot
people
of people
who have a problem with the Latin culture being assimilated into the halftime show are probably dumb
bigots.
People who
gonna call them bigots.
who don't fall into line with subscribing to the general notion in society that everybody's
Yeah.
equal, this, that, and the third. They probably still think they're.
I'm not gonna say necessarily like that. I just felt like they should have had.
I feel that way because I don't think
tell them
anybody,
they don't have a voice.
Exactly.
They're
to sit there and
gonna...
say, to be mad that their culture is being represented is to literally the same thing as sitting there and being mad that their skin is a darker pigment than yours.
I don't think it was nothing wrong with it being like a Latino
I think I cut you off before
session.
you
But
it out.
I also felt like it was super Latino'd. Like half of the Super Bowl, half of the.
And that kind of falls
show,
into Gabe's point.
it's
I mean,
like-
you got Pitbull doing the pregame. You're in Latin City. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
but
I get
feel
why.
I feel like it should have been just I ain't gonna say a little bit more diverse, but
here-
maybe they
here,
could have
check
had
this out.
like.
But who is in the
Let me
limelight
give
as of
you-
right
let me
now?
give you an example
Who is being
like this.
very oppressed as of right now in the limelight as far as the government is concerned?
I mean, of course, we know
so
that.
I think that's
But
why that it was so prevalent.
Let's just flip the script. Hold on, time out. If it was in Atlanta, Georgia, anybody other than the Migos,
It was, and they
you-
performed.
But my point is, if you'd have had
Or
Taylor
they
Swift,
didn't perform.
if you'd had Taylor Swift, or if you'd have had Adam Levine perform at that particular, where was the Super Bowl last year?
Oh, last year it was. I lost the train of thought in my head.
Because I know Adam did perform last year, and about the skin in the ensemble. If you have an issue with covered women just dancing provocative, but no issue with Adam Levine being low hip rising pants and no shirt
Maroon
on,
5.
you know,
was,
all
it was in
oiled
Georgia.
up. It was in Georgia.
Travis Scott, Big Boy performed.
Okay, they had Travis Scott. I remember that part. I remember Adam Levine coming out and being half naked. Again, good performance. Wasn't nothing wrong with the performance. It's just people had an issue with, he's wearing.
Well, that's just society.
You know.
There-
Honestly, I think people gonna always have an issue with the Super Bowl show. Everybody's not gonna.
There's always going to be a
You're not gonna be
problem
able
with
to-
a man or a woman having her shirt off, and there's never going to be a problem with a man having his shirt off.
I know.
I don't
But it's
think
a
that's
lot
ever-
of women that were okay with 2018-19 show,
Well, yeah.
but this year's show, that's distasteful. This is a family-oriented show. That's my point.
Yeah,
because
they're
because
in
I
the
don't think there's a
society-
single man that had an issue about
A lot
either.
of women. Well, I would say
One.
this: Latino women loved it. I don't know
Oh, yeah,
one
every
Latino
single Latino woman loved it.
that didn't like the show.
But they're the ones who are receiving the most scrutiny behind this show because it was represented in a culture that a lot of people, and like you said it best, they're probably the most repressed people at this given time right now.
Yeah,
They're the most.
I
in the
mean, like I
limelight.
said, as a man, I love the show. But would I like to see like somebody else perform? I would have liked to see somebody else perform.
Oh well,
I would've-
think
I would've
loved to see
enjoyed to
Jay Z
see-
up there.
see
Well,
somebody else.
not even
Everybody
necessarily
has
like
their
a
own
Jay Z,
preference.
but I
There's
feel
some
like
newer
it should have
people.
been something like maybe they could have did like
You're not looking at Shakira for the
and a
headliner.
Lizzo or something. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Here's a good
Or
point,
like,
though. Here's a
or,
good point.
or
'cause
maybe
there
like
for
an
a little
deal,
bit,
something that can relate to what everybody can enjoy the show versus
It-
just
it
one
wasn't
type of
up
group of
until,
people. I guess you know. Not
Jay-Z.
saying I didn't enjoy it because I enjoyed it.
It wasn't up
I love
until
it.
Jay-Z getting into his office and helping out working with the NFL that black people actually started fucking with the NFL again. I mean, we watched the games. However, there was that big old issue going on. Like, nah, y'all don't ride
Yeah,
with Cap.
some people were.
You don't
and
ride
then-
with
I think
Cap.
that went both ways because some
Because
people
I mean,
was
you had
like,
Travis
"Oh, you."
Scott performing at the Super Bowl,
Yeah, I
It
think that
ended
went
up-
kind of both
it
and then
ways.
you
ended
had
up
people
breaking the
turning
mold.
down the Super Bowl.
But look at how much
People was mad at Travis Scott.
Yeah, I was about to say,
for even
look
doing
at
that.
how
Exactly.
many people were upset at Travis for doing that. Mm-hmm. So
And they were upset at Big Boy, but Big Boy's a big boy, so you're not going to tell him anything. We got to jump to our first commercial break, and we'll be back after these messages. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to The Assist. If you're just tuning in, I'm your host, Noah Harrington. To my right, we have Jay, and to his right, we have Coach G. We're talking the halftime show. We said what we needed to say about that. Now we're getting into the spiciness that happened in the NBA. The most recent spiciness. We got a young buck versus Oh, I can say
seasoned vet.
Steph is an OG at this point. 3 rings, MVP, unanimous.
Yeah,
Probably should have had a Finals MVP in there.
He's an OG to the game. I say that.
While he's still playing.
I don't know why it's questionable. Hell yeah, he's an
Well,
OG.
just because I only question because he's still playing.
He's still so young and stuff too.
He's
so.
still adding
That's
to that
his accolades.
resume.
That's part of the accolades.
Yeah, exactly.
He earned it. I mean, you're going off an accomplishment.
I mean, you could still be getting accomplishment, but OG stands for original gangster. That's like,
it's like you're in it. You've
know what
been
I mean?
doing this.
Hey, he
You know what
is
I mean?
the original long ball. My ass.
I mean,
he is the original.
they had long balls before him.
Threes didn't become popular until Steph started really
I
balling.
wouldn't
that
say that. No.
They didn't become as popular.
2014, he changed the league.
He shifted the league, but threes were always shot. That's why I never liked that
they've
argument.
always had a
He
three-point
just
line.
utilized
Reggie
it.
Miller, I felt like
He
changed
just
mine.
utilized
He's
it.
busting that.
Larry
He
too.
busted their records in 30 games.
Yeah, facts. But at that point in time, they had changed the game.
All
you know
I'm
what
saying,
I mean?
all I'm saying is change game
Yeah.
revamped. Curry
There's
definitely
no. I
upped
don't
the
think
game.
there's
He
an
brought the
argument
long
that
ball
he rejuvenated
to
that.
a whole new
Yeah.
light.
But John Morant, we got the young buck going at Steph.
And I like
So,
John Morant, but I don't
yeah.
like this though.
Yeah,
I like
Ja
John
too.
Morant. I like it. I like
him.
it
I think
up
he needs-
until
He gets a 50 burger put on him.
yeah, because me and you were talking. I said he's gonna
You're
quietly
messing with the
happen.
wrong
He gonna
one. See,
snuff you.
that's where you know you're in OG status, where you can flip the 50 burger switch on. Like, okay, you want to talk? You know who I am, right? You know what I do. You know why they pay me $30 million a year, right? Oh, you don't? Okay, let me come show you.
Facts.
And I think Steph is at that point.
It's very disrespectful.
It's extremely. We gotta break it down for those who haven't heard or those who don't know. So Dylan Brooks, he plays for Memphis, right? I guess. I've never heard that name.
I was
before.
just about to say,
He's
y'all
probably
might
coming off
have
the
to
bench.
Google Dylan Brooks, okay? Because I promise you
He
can't
started-
just put a face to him right now.
He started the whole kind of beef. He said, "Can't wait till they get rid of Iggy." Alluded to Ajay Iguodala. Alluded to them Memphis trading him. He's like, "Can't wait till they get rid of Iggy so we can play them wherever he goes, and we can show them what Memphis is really about." I'm sure maybe there's some locker room talk. Oh, you guys are soft. This, that, and the third. A little Jimmy Butler, Minnesota locker room talk. You got this OG in there who knows what he's doing, knows what his job is, knows what it takes to get to this spot, and a bunch of young cats who think they know. I think maybe that's where it was. Young cat didn't like it.
That was a good example.
Can't wait till we trade him.
Jimmy Butler, because you got to know that Iggy comes from a championship team.
Iggy's pedigree
Iggy is a champion.
Iggy's played with solid competition.
Yes.
He's played side
the best
by
of the
side solid competition. He's played against solid competition.
Oh, not even just solid. I mean, legendary.
Legendary competition. Okay, you're right.
Kobe
You're
Bryant,
absolutely right.
AI, LeBron.
And he's weathered the storm. He's taken his lumps. Mm-hmm. He's taken seasons, off seasons to prepare his body, prepare his mind, prepare his game to come back and be better than what he's ever been before. He understands that. You got these young bucks. This is the best that they've been so far.
Yeah. So Brooks,
And they got a high side coming to them. But right now,
oh yeah, Ja's high side is.
yeah, they
it's
got a
gonna be
high side
amazing.
coming to them. But let's not act like these
Not
other
jump the
guys.
gun.
Yeah, don't jump the gun.
So he said he said that to a reporter. It gets leaked by the journalist on Twitter, or not leaked. I'll just say posted. The conversation gets posted on Twitter, and his quote is on there. And John Morant quotes the tweet and puts an emoji saying basically like it's the speak out emoji. So it's basically saying just
Talk your talk.
Yeah, talk your talk, right? And
He co-signed
So
it
that kinda-
heavily.
yeah,
but
co-signed it.
I'm not going to sit here and repeat what I believe was deleted. But he definitely co-signed with, they can't wait to ship Iggy on out of there.
yeah, and so Steph, the former great teammate that he is, posts a picture on Instagram on his story of Andre Iguodala tags Iggy. It's Iggy holding his Finals MVP championship, got his hat on. He gives him the shh emoji. It's basically like, you know, to me that alluded to emoji. To me that alluded to you don't got to say nothing. These young cats just out here talking crazy. Your game's solidified. You don't need to fall into the hype.
I'm glad you said it like that because I definitely was looking on just the surface of it. That's a deeper look into it. I was looking at it on the surface like, shh, quiet, young buck.
Oh, you were looking at it as
you're talking too much. Yeah, you're talking too much now.
I think it could be looked at as both. Maybe it was
not necessarily that you're talking
like
too much. I like your deeper thought. Yeah, I like your deeper thought process because I definitely call mine more of a hot-headed response.
Yeah,
like he's trying to shoot back at him type deal. Yeah,
I like that.
So with that being posted, you know, Stephen Curry's however many million followers, Rachel Nichols is one of them. She screenshots it, takes it to Twitter, and posts about how now Steph is in it. Steph's in the John Morant, Iggy drama, da-da-da-da-da. Stirring the pot, you know how journalists do.
Yeah, of course.
And then, which in turn brings Ja's response, which is a picture of Kevin Durant holding his Finals MVP and his Finals trophy. And to me, that says, in Ja's head, if I'm Ja, I'm posting that saying, you didn't do nothing without KD. If I'm Ja. Now, me, Noah Harrington, looking at it, exactly, that's wrong.
Yeah.
You just look dumb for posting this because little do you know, I went 73-9 without
Kevin Durant. We beat Kevin Durant.
Me and Iggy went 73-9 without Kevin Durant.
We beat Kevin Durant.
Exactly.
And then he joined us the year after.
He joined a good team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
don't forget, we beat him and then he came to us.
Maybe my interpretation of Ja's post is wrong. It could be, but that's just what I took from it.
I ain't gonna lie. I agree with you with the Kevin Durant post because the Warriors literally knocked them out, and then he joined them.
Yeah, it's. I think he's gonna. You know, your son doesn't start listening until you whoop him a few times. You know.
Yeah.
He's gonna. You tell him put the cup down. No. You tell him put the cup down. No. Slap him on the butt one time. You gonna put the cup down.
And
here's
the deal.
Be quiet,
I believe John is believing he can get off on Steph because Steph has been known to get crossed up.
Oh yeah.
Steph is subject to a cross up. I mean, he plays decent enough defense to still be out there
to be crossed
on the court. Yeah, to be out there on the court because you know what he lacks in defense. He overcompensates in offense.
Exactly. It doesn't. If I get crossed but have 50, I don't really care.
If I get crossed but I led you straight to Draymond Green, you know, coming in hard.
Not even that. You didn't cross me. You didn't cross me up. Yeah, that's your highlight. My highlight is I dropped 10 threes on y'all tonight.
Yeah.
On y'all squad.
I think the 10 threes outweigh the crossover.
Oh yeah.
Every time. Every single time.
Every time.
And that's what it's gonna end up looking like. You're gonna get a crossover or two. You're gonna hit me with one here and there because I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna guard you because that's what you want me to do. That's what people want to see. But by the same token, what I get paid to do is bust your ass.
Buckets. Yeah.
And I'm gonna come up here and bust your team's ass. Mm-hmm. Simple as that. You out here. You my foe tonight.
And Josh said, I was a fan of Steph. I still am a fan. I'm just not scared of him. Okay, you could say that. Don't put all these cryptic subtweets, all these little shadeful comments. You don't need to do all that. You're a rookie.
Shout out to my guy.
I feel like you're not doing enough to talk like that.
I feel like he's playing good, but at the same time, like
I think he's letting that get to himself.
You playing good, but you haven't done enough.
Exactly. You're not playing as good as Trey or Luka did last year, and they didn't make a peep.
Facts.
They didn't make a peep last year. They played their games, knocked out the playoffs. There you go. I'm working on my game in the summer. Now, they could have been talking all last year as well as they were playing. If Ja's talking, and we're going based off numbers, if you're able to talk, we're able to yell. And now they're able to scream.
See,
and they're still not.
I've always been a fan of this thought process that if you holler out, ain't nobody scared of you. You a little bit scared.
Yeah, you're the scared one.
You're the scared one. Take it how you want, but fear has shown up in that conversation, and then
you should be
trying
scared
to
of the
suppress
person who didn't say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I'm expecting
when he made that comment, I just put my head in my hands, and just shook my head, just the young buck. Then Lou Williams.
Oh yeah,
Sweet Lou chimed in. Y'all know who the sixth man of the world is. I mean, shit, sixth god. Okay, no Drizzy. Lou Will. Okay. He chimed in.
Him and Iggy both like up there when it comes to six man.
Slow your roll, young bucks. Slow your roll. You know, you're getting a little ahead of yourself, basically. And I think that's a good cleanup, especially coming from Lou Will. Lou Will's gonna he's gonna get, if you don't respect him already, he's gonna get your respect. Mm-hmm. He definitely is gonna earn that.
And Lou's one of those OGs.
Oh, he's a flat out OG.
Yeah, he's all the way there.
Definitely OG.
Very just like he's on the same OG lines as a Iggy, where they've played with greatness.
They came
played
out
against
with,
greatness
in Philly together, didn't they?
They're from the same era, and
just
they've played in
different year, but they played at the same
3
time
different eras.
with Allen Iverson and Snowden.
Yeah, he played with AI. I want to say Iggy was on the 01 finals team, and I want to say Lou came a couple years after.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't think Lou was on that Sixers team when they were a contender.
When they went to the playoffs. No.
I think AI was kind of on this decline and then ended up going to Denver.
Mm-hmm,
well, I won't say decline, but decline for the Sixers.
Decline in Philly. He was on his way out in Philly.
Mm-hmm. Speaking, we spoke of Luka, and Jimmy Butler, that is, Jimmy Buckets, who had an amazing game. We'll talk about this right quick before we jump into our commercial break. Jimmy said after dropping 38 points in 3 quarters,
season high.
Jimmy played 29 minutes, dropped 38 points. He said he felt like Luka after the game. This is how Luka feels. I feel like Luka right now. And he played his former team, the Sixers. And that's always great. I mean, that's what Memphis wants. That's what Memphis wants to do with Iggy, and you see Jimmy doing it. And it's always better. Like when Shaq, when Miami first played the Lakers, when Shaq left, that was a great game. I don't know who won. I want to say the Heat won that first game.
I want to say the Heat won.
And I know that felt great for Shaq. You know what I mean? And it would have felt amazing for Kobe. Granted, I think Kobe dropped like 40-something in that game.
No, Kobe had a Kobe game.
Yeah.
But Shaq,
you're not stopping Kobe.
The Heat pulled it out.
Yeah. We're going to talk more NBA basketball. We're going to talk recent games. We got some dunk contest nominees. Contestants. They got 4 right now. I think there's 1 or 2 more going to sign up. I'm not sure. But yeah, we're going to talk about that and more. We'll be back from a quick commercial break. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to The Assist. If you're just tuning in, I'm your host, Noah Harrington. To my right, I have Jay, and to his right, we have Coach G. We're back in here for the last half hour of The Assist. NBA news. Damian Lillard in the three-point contest. He's doing it. I'm happy to see it. I mean, he has the best percentage from 35-plus feet. So,
and that's so surprising to me because Trae Young is just, oh my God, lighting it up from the logo.
Yeah.
Did you see the new change to the format?
I did it.
Supposed to add 2 more shots.
So it'll be 7 at each.
It's going to be 2 more spots, and a couple of them are going to be backed up a little bit further, and they're going to be worth 3 points each.
Oh.
I'm with that.
Me too.
Only because
we have some long
they're
range
going to give them
shooting.
some more time, and they're adding a couple more buckets that are supposed to be worth 3 points. They're going to be stretched. I don't know exactly how far
Are
back.
you still going to have your money ball rack?
You're still going to have everything. I believe is still going to be the same. Just you're going to get more time. You're going to get the extra 2 spots to hit a potential 3-point ball. I think it's a rack full of 3-point balls. It may just be a couple shots.
I would like to see that just because of how the NBA has evolved. You could add those further shots to that.
But the one thing about that I do have a problem with is it's only select few people shooting those far shots like that.
True, and you need those people in the game. Because you could have done that way back when. And
it changes the whole structure of it. It now makes it to where not only can you just be it takes away the just strictly 3-point shooter. You're not a long ball shooter. You're not going to fare well. This isn't something that you're comfortable. You practice this daily.
Couple feet back from the three.
Not just because you had some extra time in practice. I'm talking about running set play. This is a play we're running.
Where you got to shoot it from 30 feet.
And I'm shooting it from 30 plus.
Yeah.
It's
hard to do. It's a big jump from 23 feet to 30.
30, yeah. But to be honest with you, I think that it's a good look only because there's so much talk about moving the 3-point line further back and all this, So
and I think it's
that's
the
a
right
good
time
look.
because like I was saying, you could have did this way back when, but you couldn't have televised it because it was going to take forever. You couldn't have logged off a 3-hour TV time slot because you don't know how long it's going to take these people to make this half-court shot. You could be there all day, you know what I mean? But now we're in an era where that's the norm. Mm-hmm. Damian Lillard starting the game off with a logo 3.
Trae Young just did it.
Trae Young just did it.
He shot 2 within the first
couple minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and that's why I think it's a great addition, and I like that they're changing the All-Star. They're adding stuff to it because it's getting boring, frankly. It's gonna get boring and redundant when it's the same stuff.
Yeah.
Of course.
Facts.
That's why I think they did a great job when they changed the whole format of the All-Star game to where it's the captains picking. Captains pick the starters.
I'm still iffy about that, but yeah.
I like it because, it's like the fans were voting Taco Fall in. Taco's not an All-Star. Alex Caruso's not an All-Star. But they were third and fourth in All-Star voting.
See, I think when I say it's good and bad, I think it should be picked by your performance of that year.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're an All-Star, you have to have played like an All-Star that year.
True.
Like
not years prior.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about 2020 All-Stars, Chris Paul is not an All-Star. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over again. He is not an All-Star. I don't know why he's there.
A couple of additions to the dunk contest.
Before you get to the dunk contest, I just wanted to fact check that. I didn't want to be wrong on that.
Oh, on your All-Star stuff?
Yes. Okay. It is the changing of the format. It's going to be 70 seconds versus 60 seconds. It's going to be 27 shots instead of 25, so everything is the same. Mm-hmm. Going back to what
so
we
they're just going to have two shots,
two long balls, 6 feet behind. And I'm not sure if you get to pick where they're from or they're going to be one on this side of the court and one on this side of the court, being symmetrical. You get 2 shots, one each, both worth 3 points.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to get a few shots out there.
See, I
thought it was going to be like a whole nother rack.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be wrong. I want to fact check that.
Nice. Good
have
fact
people
check.
looking for something that I didn't see.
Looking at the assist crazy.
Exactly.
Honestly, I think that's fair. 10 more seconds. You got 5 seconds to get out there, shoot that long shot, come back, and then continue your shot. You know?
Yeah.
And that can make or break and
they may be your last 2 shots.
Exactly.
It may be just in the rotation, but those could be some game changers.
Yeah,
those 6 can
I think with those 2 shots being out there, it's gonna change.
That can take the score from 10 to 16.
Well, not even that. I think it's gonna change.
It'll take an 18
I think it's gonna change where you see people going
to 21, and knock somebody out.
We used to see people make like all 8 shots. You know what I'm saying? I think putting them 2 long balls is going to change that dramatically.
You don't think some people are going to hit those?
You think
score? Yeah, that's what I mean.
They take away the perfect.
When a person does that, that's how you know he's real.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can do that with them long balls, you're gonna be like,
you're a bad mamma jamma.
oh man,
Yeah,
because it's kind of throwing you off when you.
Oh yeah, you gotta go
out
there.
here and shoot a different range. Come back in, shoot a shorter range, and still keep that accuracy.
My
That's
guess
gonna be
is
hard,
this.
You know,
I don't know. Like I said, I don't
if
know
it's placed,
what
if it's placed on the
I
right
know what
wing,
you're saying, but you
right or left wing, depending on where you're coming from, I think that if that next shot is the top of the key shot, I think that's where a majority of the good percentages are going to be. I could see a person coming from that far rack, coming to the top of the key and hitting all five, just because you're almost kind of like in a practice motion. You're moving
honestly,
to a spot. You're
but
moving
to be
down
honest,
the
where
court to a
would
spot.
you see them putting this other than?
I would probably
in the
say the
two
hash
corners?
mark. I would probably say the hash mark.
You know, I would think it'd be in the corners. I don't think it could be in the wings.
I mean, it would have to be 6 feet off the 3-point line. I would say that hash mark is a
definitely
pretty.
be in that arc of the
you know what I mean?
3-point line.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and that's
stretch
where the
out.
hash is.
Like I'm thinking about like not the first
Coach
rack,
box.
but the second rack, kind of a
And
little
that
bit
10
behind
seconds,
it and
yeah,
over
yeah,
a little.
seconds
Yeah,
seems
Yeah.
like
you know
a
what I
lot
mean?
of time. If they do what we're saying, put it around the arc. But then again, they may just stack them both right up there at the top.
True.
I could see that.
True.
Just being side by
That's why I
side
said,
each other.
depending
you
on
know,
wherever
just-
it is, I could see somebody being in a very comfortable rhythm, coming down from that shot into some more shots.
I think it's gonna be very interesting to see how it plays out.
I
though,
think
for
it is
sure.
too. I really think the dunk contest is going to be interesting. They got Pat Connaughton now. He just accepted the invitation, and Aaron Gordon.
From Milwaukee Bucks.
Yep, and Aaron Gordon.
And he got bounced.
Yeah,
I'm not saying people.
I mean,
people
Aaron
gonna be
Gordon
shocked.
isn't-
People gonna be shocked about this.
yeah. Pat's got bounced. Aaron Gordon's no. I mean, Aaron Gordon, Dwight, and Derrick Jones Jr. are no. It's like it's not. It's obvious that they have bunnies.
Yeah.
If he gets creative enough, nobody's stopping Derrick Jones. I just don't want to see him do basic dunks. Just jumping.
See, that's my
from
thing. He's a
far
really
distance.
good id-game dunker. He
Can
jumps
you
from
get creative?
far.
Because you got Gordon in there. You know that boy.
Gordon's
is a wizard.
creative.
He get and to see him.
And that's
say,
a part
you
of
know
the
what, I'm
dunk
gonna get back in it
contest is
again.
creativity.
Yeah,
Facts.
He's a wizard with it.
That's why I want Dwight to get real creative.
I think Dwight got a little something on him.
I think he does,
got
too.
about 2 or 3 that he can pull out there.
I
Yeah.
feel like we know he's gonna pull out the Superman cape though. You know,
I think that's
something
gonna be one of
you know
Like
that's
if
something
it's
But
a
he's gonna remind you with the Superman
It's
as
all
a
about.
warm up, you know. And
Yeah,
then I
he
think
might-
he's gonna bring, a
or he
couple
might
of-
freak do like a Superman 2.0 or something.
He
Where
might freak
now
it
I
like
really
that, yeah.
jump from the 3-point line and dunk, or from the free throw line and dunk it,
Yeah, so
as
Wasn't it
opposed
on
to
12
throwing
foot
it
or
in.
something?
huh?
Oh, he
Wasn't it
did.
on
He dunked
12?
on. No, it wasn't on 12, but he dunked on 12 in that.
in that deal.
In that was one of his
12
dunks. He
yeah.
threw a oop off of a 10-foot backboard and dunked on a 12-foot goal. That's creative, bringing in a whole nother goal.
Yeah, that is.
So there's a little bit
That's
of trade
bounce,
rumors
boy.
going
I know
on.
he's tall, but that's bounce.
Oh yeah, 6'10".
I'm
6'11".
excited to see this, but who y'all got?
I'm gonna go Aaron.
I'm going Gordon. Yeah,
You want Gordon?
yeah.
I'll
Only
be-
because I know what he could do.
Yeah.
I'll be the dark horse here. I'll go with Derrick Jones Jr.
Okay.
We'll
think
see what happens.
I think that's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a really good dunk contest.
But to be honest, I ain't gonna say I don't care who wins, but if anybody won, I'd be
Yeah.
happy for him.
Yeah.
You know.
I
it's not like
that
I'm
it's some
just going
credi-
for this
Yeah.
person over
Not that
anybody.
it's credible names. I like that it's actually some dudes that can jump.
Yeah.
Now, in this group, believe it or not, Dwight will probably be the one that will be the
The oddball because
The
he's
oddball.
older.
not necessarily
Least
just
athletic.
older. He's so tall.
Well, Pat's tall. And Aaron Gordon's tall. Aaron Gordon is, I want to say 6'10", 6'9".
Is he that?
Yeah.
How
Pretty-
tall is
he pretty
Dwight?
tough.
6'11", 6'10".
Okay, so I guess
Around that. But there's some trade rumors going on. What I've seen the most is the Wolves wanting D'Lo. Trying to get deals for D'Lo. And I think it's good because I think they have a lot to get rid of if they want somebody. I don't think they're getting rid of Cat, but if you wanted to get rid of Cat, you got Cat. You got Wiggins. You got Covington. You got, who's the other dude over there? They got somebody else.
Cat wouldn't be on the board. 'cause
Yeah,
they're trying to
I
pair
don't think
him up
Cat's
with
on the
Cat.
board at all, but there was somebody else over there I was thinking of. But just those two names right there are heavily are in trade talks already.
Yeah.
Wiggins and Covington. That is. So I think you can get, and then Culver. That's what I was thinking of. Culver's a great rookie prospect who could help a lot of teams. So with that being said, I think they could get him. I think they could get somebody better. Honestly.
If they do decide to take D'Lo, they're gonna have to pay their contract out.
Oh yeah, and
that's a massive contract.
And that's if the Warriors want to give him.
And I don't think they do because
I hear stuff about him signing maxes.
I mean, you giving him that amount of money, I don't think you want to get rid of him.
Exactly, that's the other part of it. Well, like I said, signing maxes, and you know what you're going to have when your team comes back.
Yeah. Whenever you have a healthy Steph and a healthy Clay.
But
100%.
Granted,
yeah,
Wiggins. You think Wiggins would complement Golden State more than D'Lo? If it's a straight up trade, Wiggins D'Lo.
Me personally, I would stick with D'Lo.
You think you would go Wiggins? I mean, Wiggins has just not really evolved into what he was supposed to evolve to.
And I feel like D'Lo got a lot of more time in him than what Wiggins would have.
Younger?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh. I know exactly what you mean.
That's another reason. That's one of the main reasons why I would keep him, because
almost the same height.
He could, he can evolve to something even better.
Mm-hmm. Here's my deal about
and you could run a big 3-guard set with D'Lo being your 2, Clay at your 3, Steph at your 1. That'll give some teams trouble.
But what about Steph at your 1, Clay at your 2, and Wiggins at your 3?
I don't see. That's what I'm saying. Wiggins hasn't really proven himself.
But see, my deal about
and
Wiggins,
D'Lo can shoot better.
He doesn't have anything to blossom his game with.
He is a 7-foot center who shoots threes.
Listen. Come on now, stop playing with me.
I mean, if Kobe had that,
he's not just a dominating force in there to where he throws it in. I know I'm getting assists, so his assist hurts. He doesn't have a coach that can sit up there.
Well, that's also on his part.
He doesn't have a coach that can sit there and help develop his game. He needs to get shot out of there.
He came in with Thibodeau. So he did have a coach to help develop his game.
And he was doing well. Wiggins had a good year with Thibodeau.
I haven't seen Wiggins have a good year.
I haven't seen him ball out like
because
he should.
he needs to get out of the system that he's in. You put him in a different system, like a Steve Kerr system. I promise you. If Harrison Barnes can show out over there in that system and come up with a championship, you can't tell me that Wiggins can't not only produce but put them in a position to be.
You can't really just give Harrison Barnes a bunch of credit on that championship.
But my point is, if he doesn't, my point being, if Wiggins does nothing more than just produce what Harrison Barnes did.
It could work, yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
that it wouldn't work.
I haven't seen him do that to put my chips on that.
That's what I'm saying. Not even
I've
necessarily
seen D'Lo,
that. But
I need him out of there. I need to see him out of there for that to happen.
How much longer? Like you saying this, but what you gonna get like 1, 2, maybe 3 years out of that?
Look,
D'Lo can give you a good 7, 8.
I'm not. Listen. I'm not saying he's Kevin Love, but it's like Kevin Love's situation. He was only good for a certain while in that situation, but you moved him out of there. Kevin Love became a shoppable character, a person that you can use.
Kevin Love was really good in Memphis.
And okay, but
Wiggins hasn't had a caliber of a. Kevin Love was having multiple 30-30 games.
Okay, I'm going to just say you sleep on Wiggins.
30-30 games.
I'm not sleep on him, but I mean, when I be looking at the stats, Wiggins don't be just putting up hella points.
And Wiggins hasn't had a caliber game where he had
going, you know what I'm saying?
30 and 30.
Or you know what I'm saying? Nothing of the sort at all.
I promise you, get him out of that whole situation over there.
I would rather build around D'Lo,
and you can have something going with Wiggins.
He's a big guard.
Wiggins do have good games, but I don't think he's like
Wiggins was the number one. Wiggins was my favorite high school player coming out of Huntington.
Wiggins is a problem.
I wouldn't.
Wiggins is a problem because he did not evolve into what he was supposed to evolve to.
Even more of a problem.
He's been in the league as the same length as Joel Embiid.
Facts.
Joel Embiid has shown massive improvement.
Joel Embiid is tough. He's tough to guard. Period. Point blank. Joel Embiid is taking the center.
Point, though.
I mean, I'm not sitting up here.
They're both from the same school.
I'm not
both
sitting up
came
here
out of
saying
Kansas,
that
number one
Joel
pick
Embiid
and the number two pick.
I used to be
and
hard
Joel
on
Embiid
Joel
has
Embiid.
blossomed way more than what Andrew Wiggins
had.
had.
Joel Embiid better than what he was.
Exactly, and I still think he could be better.
Yeah.
I still think, but I love what he's done.
So can you hold Wiggins to that same standard? Because Wiggins has not.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
That's
my point.
He has not. You're saying he has to get out of that system,
and
he hasn't.
Definitely, he will blossom. But right now, he's kind of plateaued in what he's going to be able to do. He still has to move the ball around. They still trying to run everything through Cat. That takes away from his ability to be offensive.
But that's because Cat came later, and he hasn't produced what Cat got there.
I feel like if Wiggins
or
was
it would have
to
went
move,
through him,
it wouldn't make like a super significant change enough for me to put my money on the line.
Some people play better when you have different pieces around you.
My point is this.
The pieces that are in Minnesota right now don't work for Wiggins.
Okay, but look,
my thing is this. If you get rid of Wiggins...
D'Lo $100 million. Would you pay Wiggins $100 million right now?
No. Where? To put him where?
I'm saying the Warriors paid D'Lo $100 million. Would you trade your $100 million player
I wouldn't have paid
for Wiggins
and for D'Lo. I wouldn't have paid $100 million for
I probably
D'Lo.
wouldn't have paid $100 million for D'Lo, but I'm not paying $100 million for Wiggins.
But I'm not paying $100 million for Wiggins either.
I'm paying D'Lo more than Wiggins for sure. Not $100 million though.
But see, I would do that because I think for that reason, D'Lo does have a more shoppable name.
Yeah, he's more of a franchise player than Wiggins. You can build more around him.
But I think you can get. For what the Warriors
you get a longer
need,
investment.
I think you can get more of a dog out of Wiggins.
Maybe.
As far as what you need in a role player, he's going to be the best role player that you're going to find.
My thing is this.
And he's just going to have to come into that role, just like I said Kevin Love did when he went to Cleveland.
Because we got to get into some of these games. Some of these NBA games.
I definitely think he could be it.
If Wiggins left the Timberwolves right now, it wouldn't matter. They'd still suck. They'll still be the same Timberwolves.
Facts.
If D'Lo left the Warriors at this second, they would be worse than what they already are. D'Lo is the reason they might win 20 games this year.
I'm not sold on that.
Oh yeah, I think so.
You're not sold on that?
I'm not sold. No,
he's the reason. Then who's the reason they'll win 20 games?
The system, Kerr.
Not okay. I'm
Kerr plugging in.
I'm gonna say the person averaging the most points in the system.
I've seen D'Lo go real
The person averaging the most. The person averaging 25 in the system.
How many times is he shooting?
I mean, he's probably putting up a majority of the shots.
He's the one that has the name on the team. So, yeah, everything is going to run through him. So, yeah, he better be putting up some points. And y'all still getting beat like that?
Well, I mean,
I hope y'all
just
scoop
saying.
up 20.
It was just falling into my point.
Players for how long? Steph was gone for like months.
It was just falling into my point. He's the reason they'll win 20 games.
They don't have Iggy no more.
If you pull Wiggins off the Timberwolves, it doesn't matter.
Your two best players are gone. You got to know, not one best player. The two best players are gone.
You swap Wiggins out for D'Lo. You get your addition of your two guards that are out, or your two players that are out, which are your two best players. Yeah, they'll make a move.
I think they would make a further push with D'Lo.
Yeah,
that's a more scarier team
I think they would have
been
in the same position.
Just based off now. Now maybe I can see it working because I know Wiggins is good. I've seen Wiggins play.
I just don't see Wiggins
Just
putting
right
up
now,
28,
maybe in
30
hindsight it
points
will,
every night,
but
though.
right now I can't see it
No,
because
but
I
I
haven't
believe
seen
he'll-
Wiggins do
him
that.
putting
I
up the
believe
points
he'll
every night.
be locking up somebody and
Wiggins
cutting
hasn't
into somebody
shown-
that comes in putting in up 28 points. I think he's going to cut into their defense.
Wiggins
I mean,
hasn't. I
their
don't think
offense.
Wiggins has shown that. We got to get into the games. Was shown that he hasn't shown really anything. That's why I'm not. That's why I can't put my chips on that bet. I'm not saying in hindsight it can't work because I'm sure it can.
Needs to get out of there. They need to get him on out of there. He's
Knicks
unhappy.
and Cavs battled, went into overtime. Knicks came out with the win, 139-134. It was a crazy game. Knicks, Elfrid Payton, 17, 15, 11. Morris with 26. He started at center.
Nice.
Randall with 20. Bobby Portis off the bench with 12. Dennis Smith Jr. off the bench with 15. Kevin Knox with 12. Kevin Knox is slept on. He's their he's gonna be the next something. He's gonna develop into something because he has a pretty jumper. He's big. He just has the body. He has the archetype of somebody who's going to be a great NBA player. You know what I mean? Like he has the length, pretty form, shooting ability, this, that, and the third. On the other side of the Cavs, Kevin Love with 33 and 13. Great game from Kevin. Chetty Osman with 15.
That's who need to get out of there.
Larry Nance with 18. Sexton with 29. Garland with 14. Kevin Porter off the bench with 12. Not a bad game from the Cavs. I mean, it went down to the wire, so people were probably scoring. Kevin put up a good 33.
I'm sorry, Kevin needs to lead the Cavs.
Oh, yeah, he does.
He has to lead. That's who needs to lead their team.
This is who.
Him and Devin Booker got to go.
This is what we need to talk about, though. The person who left their team came back and beat their team. Like we said earlier, Jimmy Butler played the Sixers, came out with a 31-point win, 137-106.
Jimmy was in a bag.
38 points in 29 minutes. Didn't play the fourth
game. My boy was in the bag. And check this, in the third quarter, they took off.
Yep. Bam Adebayo with 18 points and 11 rebounds, 8 assists. Good game from him. Robinson with 19. Derrick Jones Jr. with 15. Dragic with 24 off the bench. You know it's a good game when Dragic gives you 24 off the bench. And then on the other side, Embiid with 29 and 12. Simmons with 16. Milton with 11. Mike Scott with 17. Not too many people producing over there. I can see why you have a 30-point L. But they won the rebound battle by 9.
Ooh.
Yeah, but here's where they got hurt. What was that, the Rockets game? And then they got beat in turnovers, right? Sixers 14 turnovers to the Heat's 3. That just tells you that Jimmy has a lock on these young players because 3 turnovers, and that's a young team, kinda.
Facts. I ain't gonna lie, Jimmy was in the back. I gotta say this. Them Miami uniforms.
Whoever came up with them was in their bag.
Yeah.
Shout out to
when
y'all.
you see them uniforms, you feel like Miami.
That whole Miami.
like you're in Miami.
Like literally, you feel like Miami.
Yeah.
I love those uniforms.
Spurs and Clippers battled 108-105. Clippers came out with the win. LaMarcus Aldridge with 27 and 9. DeRozan with 26. Trey Lyles with 10. Patty Mills off the bench with 18. You know it's a good game if Patty Mills gives you 18.
Honestly, the Spurs...
They didn't win, but...
True that.
The Spurs is a really, really good team.
That's that
they
system.
played a really good game. It just got away from them at the end.
Leonard
really
with
did.
22.
Like, they led... For the most part, the Spurs led in points the whole game.
Yeah.
For the most part. For the most part.
Until the third quarter.
Literally.
Got outscored 19-31.
Literally. And oh my God, when I say my boy Kawhi was just in a bag throwing lobs. Like, oh man, it was beautiful.
He had 22,
I
7
love to
and
see
6.
Kawhi play like that.
Yeah.
Paul
That's the
George
Kawhi
with
I love to see.
19 and 12. Patrick Beverly with 12. Harold with 14 off the bench. Sweet Lou with 12 off the bench.
I'm so surprised
and
that Paul
Harold.
George only had 19.
Harold was.
What was Paul George
doing
stats? 19 and what?
19 and 12. He had 12 rebounds.
Man, look, when I say Paul George was in a bag, it's like the second half, something clicked. something
were
clicked, and oh man,
It was like
he won the game for him.
Yeah, it was
he won
a
the
whole
game for
nother
him.
game.
He made the shot that sealed the deal.
They also lost a turnover battle to the Clippers. That is 12 turnovers to the Spurs 6. That tells you the Heat are playing like the Spurs. Heat had 3 turnovers.
Well, what I will say, like I said, the first half, the Spurs was in the bag. The Spurs had that game on lock, and they was dominating. The Clippers was trailing pretty much that whole time until the third quarter. And out of nowhere, like I said, Kawhi Leonard, he got into a bag. His assist was on point. The lobs was on point. Matter of fact, I didn't even say that about Miami, but oh my God, the assist was amazing.
Yeah. You have
they
Bam
was throwing
your
so
center,
many lobs, and oh my God,
your
it was
center
amazing.
leads your team in assists that game.
Dude, it was amazing.
Hey,
the assist was on point.
Even though they lost last night, I really thought Lamar Aldridge was going to pull that out. If you watch the game, that post work that he gave him business couldn't nobody stop him. Kawhi couldn't stop him.
That's the definition of a jumper not fading.
The big man from I can't even think. What's the big man for Clippers? No.
Oh, Zubac.
Yeah, Zubac couldn't stop him. He gave him all fits.
Oh yeah, I'm already knowing.
Boom.
Man, I feel like if you
that's
give
just
Pop,
wise and experienced.
if you give Pop a 5-star player like a LeBron, like a Steph, like a KD,
you give
something
one
like
more
that,
player, they in there.
Oh man, that's a championship team.
Oh yeah,
that's a championship team.
Like just give him Book. Imagine Devin Booker in a system.
Oh my God.
I mean, here's the thing though: that Spurs system would probably have to shift
because
it wouldn't be around a power forward.
Exactly.
Or a big man.
I mean,
but
I think it could work.
But nonetheless, I think Devin Booker game would change if he went to the Spurs.
Oh yeah, he would.
Because the way Pop
he would
plays,
be a lot more efficient.
Yeah, but the way Pop plays, you're not just taking these crazy shots.
Yeah. But
you know what I'm saying?
True that.
Where you're averaging 30, you're going to average 24. But where you're averaging 30 on 45% shooting, you're going to average 24 on 55% shooting.
And your assist is going to be
you're gonna
way
out
the roof.
Yeah.
Way out the roof.
Something.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Got to give a shout out to Vernon Davis. We're getting out of here. Vernon Davis retired. Great career. Great tight end. He's a top 5 tight end in my book, to me. Just personally. I love Vernon Davis. Finished his career with the Redskins. Y'all know him from the 49ers. Great tight end. Caught his career to the end. Probably didn't like seeing his boys lose.
Probably did.
Nothing wrong with that. He's given all to the game. So.
He had a good career.
Shout out to Vernon Davis.
He had a very
something about the tight ends. Why are the
career.
tight ends all retiring? Gronk, Antonio Gates.
It's a hard position
because they get beat.
That's a hard position.
They are getting beat.
You're the fullback of the receivers.
You're fighting off
a tight end.
Everybody, actually. You're fighting off everybody. You're
if you ask me,
because you're a blocker,
running backs,
and you catch.
Tight ends, wide receivers. They have the hardest.
Oh yeah.
The hardest jobs on the field.
Oh yeah.
They are getting banged up the whole game. The whole game.
We're getting out of here. This has been another edition of The Assist, another hour of The Assist. You can catch us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time at rtfsportsnetwork.com. You can also tune into our podcast, So You Just Gonna Podcast in Front of My Son, every Thursday, that is. Sorry. This is your host, Noah Harrington. To my right, I have Jay. To his right, we have Coach G. And we're signing out of here.